Some of the best rewards in the Division 2 are in the Dark Zone, and with Year 5 Season 2, it is only going to get better. And to help all non-PvP'ers farm successfully in the DZ, I've got the perfect build for you. In my video, A Non-PvP'er's Guide to Farming in the Dark Zone, I covered the 4 things that a build needs for non-PvP'ers who just want to farm. The current meta in the Dark Zone is to run a St. Elmo's engine as a secondary weapon. The tactic is to activate its talent and then swap to your primary weapon, keeping the shock rounds for any PvP encounters. But as with most things in the Division 2 PvP, there is a hard counter to this. A hazard protection build. My target is 90% hazard protection. You don't actually need 100% protection to be immune to a status effect. There are thresholds for all of them, and for shock you only need 86%, so any more than 90% is suboptimal. There are 3 great sources of hazard protection. Every piece of gear can roll a 10% hazard protection attribute. The Seska, Usinergetica and Jarl brand sets come with 10% in their brand set bonuses, and the 2-piece bonus of the new Cavalier gear set provides a whopping 30%. There are many ways to put these pieces together to get to the 90% target, but for my build I'm using the Ninja Bike backpack along with 1 piece of Seska, 1 piece of Jarl, 1 piece of Cavalier, 3 hazard protection attributes, and the final 10% from Keena's watch. The second key thing I think that a build like this needs is the scanner pulse. Being able to see where enemies are, whether they are NPCs or agents, is an incredible advantage. It has saved me many times from being ganked. The other side of this is pulse resistance. When you get pulsed in the DZ, you might as well have a sign above your head asking rogue agents to kill you. But with 2 pieces of the old gear set, when using Ninja Bike backpack, you gain 40% pulse resistance, which when coupled with the 50% all specializations give you, and 10% from a pulse resistance mod, makes you invisible. In reality, I think that running 90% or above is good enough. In my build, I'm running 99.9% pulse resistance, which means I will be visible for around 1/10 of a second. I mean, unless the rogue is looking directly at me, I won't be visible at all. Now there is an exception to this, which is a bit of a secret, and one I only noticed purely by chance. Remote skills like seeker mines or drones have become incredibly popular recently because of the perfect companion talent on the honorary chest piece, but these skills do not benefit from the pulse resistance that an agent has. They remain visible. The final key thing for my build is survivability. In PvP, I find that armor scales much better than weapon damage does, and so I like to run at least 1.5 million of armor. For this build I'm actually running 1.7 million, which comes from 5 armor cores. My final piece of gear is a Bellstone Armory chest piece that bumps up my armor recovery through armor regen and armor on kill. Now quite often I run the gunner specialization for the armor on kill it gives, but with this build I wanted to bump up my damage output a bit. For this I'm using the talent spotter on my chest piece and flatline on a Vector SMG. I'm using the technician specialization for the link laser pointer. Rather than using Bellstone Armory, you could use the closer chest piece, which has perfect spotter for a little more damage and still has armor on kill. But I like the armor regen of Bellstone Armory. It's got me out of a pinch many a time, as has my Crusader shield. Using this with my Vector SMG lets me play very aggressively, making farming very efficient and letting me clear landmarks quickly before rogues turn up. But just remember, shields are for PvE, not PvP. The additional PvP damage that they take makes them a liability. If you want to farm in the DZ, then this is the build you should be using. Use your scanner pulse all the time so you know what is around you. And if you want to know an awesome trick for near 100% successful extractions, watch my video, A Non-PvP'er's Guide to Farming in the Dark Zone, now.